So good morning, my lovelies. Oh, morning. Enjoying relaxing on your mats for a few moments. And like you say, if you've had a busy morning or you've been sort of darting around before you've arrived in class, notice how you do feel when you lie down, because it is that moment of, I'm settled, I'm prepared mentally for the nice stretch ahead. Think about how your energies feel today, whether you're a little bit depleted or you're okay. And it's always nice to notice how you start your practice and then at the end of your practice, whether you feel a little bit more revitalised. What's shifted? So having a moment to ground your energies down, so imagining roots from the soles of your feet or your tailbone, just bury them into the earth. Checking in through your chakra channel. Let's start at the crown, Sahasrara. That inch above the top of the head. How does the energy feel here? And then your third eye. Noticing your throat, Vishuddhi. And then your heart center, Anahata. How does your solar plexus feel above your navel? Manipur. And then Svadhisthana, your sacral chakra, lower belly, lower back. And finally Muladhara, your root chakra at the base of the spine that links all the way down the legs to the feet. Just always once a week or whenever you think about it, drawing your awareness to these energy centers through your body. Noticing your breath, noticing your thoughts, and just observing anything that you need to be gentle with physically today, if it is certain joints, limbs, parts of your body, just honouring Satya and Ahimsa, so your truth, you know how to honour the body and what to practice, what to leave out. So I'm going to join you lying down and we'll start with our gentle stretches that prepare our body, but also we're aware of how we're feeling and moving. So on your inhale, taking your right arm up and over, letting the hand fall to the floor behind you, and then we'll lift the foot, the toes on the right foot and flex, and then start to stretch. Lowering the leg, lifting up the arm, and just feeling that space you create in the side of your waist. Point your toes, making this side longer than the other side. And then when you're ready, just exhale, let the arm float down to the side of your body, palms up in Shavasana. And then other side, as you breathe in, take the left arm over. Again, noticing any differences, any limitations. And then we'll flex the foot. Really reaching, lowering the leg. Creating some space here. Point your toes. And then your next exhale, arm down. Palms up. Take a breath in between. And then we'll take both arms over on the next inhale. And just lengthening through the neck, we will flex the feet, then point the toes and flex again. Working your ankles backwards and forwards. How does it feel around your upper back and your shoulder blades? And then when you're ready, exhale, arms down. Take a moment with the palms up. Just a breath here. And just feel the body from 3 stretches, how good it feels. Drawing the right knee in now, hands around the shin, taking a deep breath. And then as you exhale, draw the forehead towards your knee. Feel all the breath leave the body, the belly falls to the spine. Inhale when you're ready to come down. And then other side. Left knee. Deep breath. Exhale up. Squeeze out all the stagnant air. Hold the breath a moment. And then inhale when you're ready to come down. And then the third time, we'll just bring both knees into the chest. Breathing in. Breathing out as we come up. Holding the breath outside for a moment, external kumbhaka. And then inhale when you're ready to come down. Hold onto your knees and just rock side to side. Rolling in some circles. Just feeling the outer edges of your body, how your back feels. It's very nourishing for your back and digestive system here. And then we'll roll up for Paramuktasana 1, our warm-up that we're familiar with. Coming onto your cushions if you have them. Anybody needing them, just go and grab. So joining me into Chin Mudra, and we'll just warm up. Eyes closed, nice length to your spine that's comfortable. And we'll take the chin down to chest. Pausing for a moment here, just feeling the stretch. Where does it spread through your body? And then breathing in, taking the chin up to the ceiling. Noticing any new sensations. And then chin down again. And then once more up. Relaxing shoulders, bringing the head back to centre now. And then we'll tilt the head to the right. And then over to the left. And then again over to the right. And just feeling whatever you feel, pausing for a moment. Left. Coming back to centre. And now we're going to twist the head as if we're looking over the right shoulder. Over to the left. Just pausing, just to acknowledge the feeling. And then we'll do the same again. Right. And then left. Returning back to centre. Drop the chin down. And a full rotation of the head all the way round. Notice if you always go in the same direction. And then the other way. Feeling all the funny little noises and listening to them. Coming back to centre. Opening your eyes. We'll take the hands out in front of us and then thumbs in, thumbs out. Only as much as you can. If you're feeling really stiff in the hands, and do it slowly. You can slow everything down. And then palms up and down. It's good to do these exercises because some weeks, like you'll say, your wrist is hurting, and you'll start to notice the differences, improvements hopefully, and then rotating gently at the wrists. And then the other way. Clicky wrists today. Palms up, deep breath in. Exhale. And just noticing how your elbows feel. Lovely. And then we'll start to rotate. And the other way a few times. It's really nice to squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit and feel that movement in your back. Lovely. And release. Coming off your cushions if you've got them. We'll extend the legs out. And just walk the pads of your buttocks to the side so that you feel your sit bones connect to the mat. So toes now, opening the toes, closing the toes. And then pointing, flex. And then one over the other, and we'll just circle the ankles. Noticing how they're feeling today, and the other way a few times. Other side. And the other way. Lovely. Right knee. And then hip. Other direction a few times. Notice where your thoughts are, whether they're wandering off or whether you're present with your body. Lovely. Left knee. And then hip. And another way a few times. Okay, bringing feet together. Let's have a little stretching butterfly. Just relax here. Don't push too much. Just let the legs hang out where they're going to hang out and feel it in the hips. Take some deep belly breaths. Okay, cross your legs. And we'll just do a couple more stretches here. We'll do a seated cat-cow today, and then some gentle twists and a side stretch. So just resting hands on knees, and then inhale, coming forwards. And then exhale, rolling back. Hold onto the knees and really curve into the spine. Drop the head. Inhale forwards. Opening through the chest. Exhale, rolling back. One more time. Come forwards. Keep the head up, looking ahead of you. And then back. And now we'll start to go clockwise. So inhale as you come towards the front. And then exhale as the body rounds towards the back. Close your eyes if you want to, if it doesn't make you feel dizzy. Or have them half closed and just enjoy what you're feeling in this movement of your body. And then we're just going to rotate the other direction. Feel your connection to the mat through your sit bones. Okay, and then just gently coming back to a still point, a still center point. So with a nice tall spine, bring your right hand onto your left knee and then just take your left arm behind you. So a very gentle twist here, a little bit more than when we were looking over the shoulder before. Try to breathe deeply to your belly. Notice if you're tight in your thighs and through your legs, just try and relax here. And then other side. Gentle twist, just waking up our spine. Observing the breath. Lovely. Come back to center, and then we're going to just rest the right hand to the side. Inhale, take the left arm up, and then exhale, lean over, keeping both of the buttocks on the mat. Just feeling this nice side stretch into your body. And other side. Inhale up, exhale over. Lovely. And then coming back. So even with those three little movements, we've flexed the spine forward, we've come round in circles, we've had a nice little twist and then a side stretch. So even if that's what you did one morning, sitting on the bed, you've actually, had a little bit of mobility through your spine. It can be as simple as that sometimes. Okay, let's come to standing. Right, we'll come into a nice swan dive stretch to start with. So inhale, take your arms up. And then exhale, coming from your hips, not your waist, just swan dive forward. And just hang into a ragdoll for a moment. We're stretching through the whole back of our body. You can start to feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. through the whole length of your spine from tailbone to head. If you need to bend your knees a little bit to become more comfortable, please do. You can sway your hips a little. You can shake your head no, and then nod yes. And then when you're ready, we'll take a nice deep breath and roll up, stacking our spine, feeling very conscious of each vertebrae, stacking on top of each other. That all feels good, doesn't it? Just that. If you did that every morning, take you about 5 minutes. Warming up, just a few little stretches, and you just feel different, don't you? Okay, I'd like to do the cloud sequence, so that moving balance. It's so good to keep sort of focused on our balance as we get older. Okay, so bring the arms up, breathe in. And then we're going to lift the left knee as we breathe out and bring the hands down. Breathe in, arms up. Other side, breathe out. The limbs come together. Whoops. Right, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. In and out. Don't worry if you're wobbly. I have a little wobble now and then. Okay. One more to the other side. And then just bring your hands to your heart. You weren't too bad today. A few wobbles. I had a wobble as well. Better, yeah, that's it. It's good to just practice that. Sometimes it's nice to do a moving one because then you're less, with tree pose, we're static. So we will do tree now. And if you do need to come to a wall or come nearer something just to feel safe, then you can do. Let's start by lifting all of our toes and planting each one down individually with awareness. And then if you need to lift the arches of your feet, because the arches collapse a little, mine always do, I do always have to lift that and be very conscious. And we'll open in Tadasana. And how lovely and tall we feel, like somebody's got a cord pulling us up from our head. Relaxed as well. And then we're going to take the weight into the right leg and lift the left, wherever you feel comfortable to. If you want to start by just bringing the heel to the ankle, we can draw our hands together here. Focus on a point in the wood or on the wall behind me, your drishti point. And then just before we bring our feet off of the mat, let's just come to the breath. And notice how it feels just to gently breathe. Okay. And then when you're ready, you can lift the toes. And if you're confident, you can just sort of bring that foot to the lower part of your leg. Don't worry if you wobble or have to put your foot down, it's absolutely fine. Let's take the arms out, see if that feels a little bit nicer, like we're on a tightrope. Okay, and then release. Lovely. Give that leg a shake. You can feel that, can't you? Other side. So again, just lift the toes, plant them down with intention. Feel like those tree roots from a nice big oak tree are coming out through the soles of your foot. And then heel to ankle again. We can do this in stages, hands to heart. And just, the toes are on the mat. You're still in a little bit of a balance here, but you're feeling secure because there's still both feet in contact with the mat. And then we can just play with lifting the toes up. And then the foot up, perhaps, whatever feels right for you. Either below or above the knee, but never on the knee. And if you're more confident with, oops, we yoga teachers wobble too. Take the arms out. Lovely. And then just releasing. Each one of you will know how that feels compared with last week or the week before. Think about what goes on in your life as well. If there's disruption or there's emotional imbalance and stuff, then sometimes that can just come out through your yoga as well. That's why it's always lovely to keep coming back to that. If you're nice and strong, does everything feel good? Right, okay. So I'd like to do a sun salutation. Jackie, you might, if your knees are a little bit dodgy, then maybe just sit this one out and just watch. Or you can join in with some bits. Do some bits, yeah. Okay. And anyone else, when you come into the down dog, if that, I know with wrists, maybe just come into the cat. I know some of you come onto your fists because that's easier. Just do something else in those poses that you know you can do and avoid any aggravation to the body. Okay. So bring in hands to heart. Take a lovely deep breath in. And open as we take the arms down. Exhale, inhale, and a gentle back bend. And then we're going to fold forwards. Take a moment here, listen to your back. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to. And then lift your spine, flatten your back, and start to look ahead of you. Bring the hands to the mat in line with the toes. And we're going to take the right knee back, right leg back. Knee comes down. Hands still stay on the mat and we gaze up to the sky. And then we bring turn the back toes under, come into down dog. Sometimes this is called mountain pose as well because we look like a mountain. So lifting that tailbone, really flattening into your back, pushing the chest towards the thighs, grounding the hands, deep breath in. Exhale, just drop the knees down, turn out to your toes and your feet and bring the buttocks back to heels, all on that out breath. And then we're going to flow through the pose of 8 curves into Sphinx. Pausing here for a moment, our first little back bend of the day. Just noticing how that feels. Okay, hands under the shoulders. Push yourself either into down dog or onto just a cat-cow position. Listen to your body. Okay, and then this is the difficult bit sometimes. We're going to take the left foot forwards between the hands. And then we're gazing up. Bring the feet together. Blink your thumbs and sweep up, salute the sun. Lovely. Okay. Other side now. Can't do one side. Sun's lopsided then. Well, we're lopsided. Okay, we'll do it nice and slowly. Deep breath in. Exhale, take the arms down. Inhale, salute your beautiful sun. And then folding forwards. Bend the knees if you need to a little bit. Just pausing here for a moment. You can rest the hands on the shins as we lift the back and flatten the back. Looking ahead. Hands to the mat, left leg back now. Okay, gazing up, really dropping the hips, really enjoying that stretch through the hip flexors. Down dog. Or cat, whichever version you want to adapt here. Deep breath in. Exhale, knees down. Buttocks fold back to your heels. Inhale as you flow across the mat into Sphinx again. Or Cobra, whichever wish you wish to come into. Okay. Coming up, back into down dog. Enjoy how your spine moves, nice and slowly. Right foot forwards between your hands. Okay, gazing up. Feet together at the top of your mat. Link your thumbs, sweep up. And salute the sun. Okay, lovely. Well done. I think. Yes, they can. Because they're a bit furry, aren't they? A bit like suede-like. Yes, that's why it's important to really ground your feet. I find it's when I'm in down dog that I feel a bit more slippy. So rather than the hands, you see my hands here, the palms are raised off of the mat. Try to really dig down with the base of each finger and the base of the palm of the hand, and then the balls of your feet, and that's a really secure position to be in. Have a lie down, loves. That's the best bit. I like a lot of lying down in this class in between bits. Rest your body. Notice how you feel, how your energy feels different from when we started. Be aware if anything feels aggravated, and just know to reduce perhaps the movement there. But also notice if something feels quite good, you know, a little bit more freed up and like there's a bit more space around inside your body. Have a long sigh. Even lying here, you can still sometimes be a bit tense and sort of the muscles are tight. See if you can really relax. Relax around the neck, relax all the way along the spine and the lower back. Take some deep breaths into the belly. Focus on how that deep breath in your belly moves and opens up into the chest and how the ribs expand. And enjoy the whole length of the exhale. We can become so unconscious to our breath. And then we're going to bring our knees in. Right one and then your left one. Have a little rock. Roll in some circles. And we're going to come to standing for our little sequence of warriors and our triangle pose. Take your time coming up as you roll up. Make sure there's no dizziness. Okay. You're right, Val. Have a moment. If you need to sit down again or if you want to hold the wall, please do. So we're going to turn to face the mirror. And if you feel like you do need to come more towards the mirror or something, then please always take that or have it within reach if there's a bit of dizziness. Okay, bring your feet about a leg length apart. Toes are forward facing, outside edges of your feet are forward and nice and parallel, they're forward facing. So the feet aren't turned outwards. Okay, from here we're going to lift the energy through our body. So feeling like you're engaging around your calf muscles and your thighs. I like to think of as if you're sucking the thigh muscle to the thigh bone. Can you feel that feeling if I describe it that way? And then tailbone turned under, sternum is lifted. We'll elevate the arms out to the sides. And when you roll the whole arm over and then just the wrists back round, you start to activate into the biceps and the upper part of your arms. We're going to bring the hands to the hips and we feel lovely and energized and elevated here. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this way so that I'm facing you if you need to see me. We're going to turn in the toes of the left foot and turn out the toes of your right foot. So you're facing towards me. Notice where your elbows go, because where your elbows go are where your hips are pointing. So just bring yourself in a nice alignment. We're going to extend the right arm and then gently pivoting from that hip, come down. Triangle pose. Both legs are straight here. Notice if you collapse your left shoulder and just see if you can kind of rotate that open, and then we can take the arm up to the ceiling only if that's comfortable. If there's issues with your shoulder or arm, keep your hand where you're most comfortable. So you can gaze down at your foot, you can gaze to the side or up to the ceiling if you've got the rotation in the head and the neck. Notice your breath. Okay. Lifting up ever so slowly.
I'd like you to creep your front foot forward a little bit, or your back foot back. So just creating a bit more space between your feet. Now, if you feel slippy on your mat, really dig down the toes and the ball of the foot and the heel into the mat. Okay, we're going to bend into that front knee now. So it is over the ankle. All right. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. If you're leaning forwards, just bring your body upright a bit more. When we lean forwards, we put pressure into that front knee. So that's why we come upright. Okay, and now we're just going to rest the elbow onto that front knee area. Take your left arm alongside the head. Parsvakonasana, side lunge. This is a lovely stretch all the way from your back heel, all along the side of your body up to the fingertips, triggering a nice stimulation in your gallbladder. Okay, lift up, Warrior 2. From here, drop your back hand to your back thigh and then raise the arm, turning the palm to face you. This is Sun Warrior or Reverse Warrior. Okay, coming back to Warrior 2. And now what I want you to do is rotate your left hip so that it's facing forwards. You may need to rotate your back heel. And this is Warrior 1. So you're facing me now. Both arms up. Okay. I'm not going to torture you coming into Warrior 3, but I will show you. It's a balance. Don't worry, lovelies. I'm teasing you. That's it. Come back into Warrior 2. I just thought I'd play with you today. Forward facing feet to the mirror. Clasp your elbows. Lift them up as you breathe in. And then exhale as you come forwards. You can hold on to your elbows for a little while. It's really nice to just sort of let your spine find a little bit of length here. Feels like you're pulling your arms away from the body and it's stretching the shoulder blades away from the spine. Again, you can nod yes, shake your head no. And then we'll drop our hands to the mat. Walk your hands forward just until your heels want to lift. Keeping your back nice and straight. So this is like a down dog with the legs wide. Okay, walk the hands back. Heel toe your feet into the centre to the hip distance apart. And then we're going to roll up the spine nice and slowly. Rolling the shoulders. Okay, other side. So I'm going to turn again to face the mirror just to get you started off. So again, as we did before, bring your feet a leg length apart. So a nice wide, as much as you can. Rowena, do you want to? That's it, that way. Yep. Otherwise, we will get all the right and the left. Yeah, that's all right. I will be getting the left and right wrong then. Okay. So with this little sequence, you're going to be turning to face the window at the back of the room. So just knowing that. Listen out for the cues because you won't be facing me so much. Right, as we did before, lift the energy through your body. Let's take the arms out. Rotate the whole arm over, the wrists back round so you feel active in your biceps. Hands to hips. A lovely lift through your body. Grounded feet. Turn in the toes of your right foot. Out the toes of your left. Notice where the elbows are. Just swing them back in line with the hips. Extending your left arm. And then in your own time, coming from the hip into triangle pose. Gently coming down. Noticing if you're collapsing your right shoulder and then just trying to open that up if that's comfortable. It's better not to come down too far. You see, if I come down too far, my whole body collapses. You can see I'm at an angle, whereas if I come up a little bit more,
I have this openness in my body, like I'm being squeezed between two panes of glass. Okay, gently come up. Create a little bit more space between your feet. Bend your front knee. Bend your left knee. Arms are out in front of you and behind you into what we call Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Grip the feet into the mat. So ball of the foot, heel. Feel nice and safe and secure. Deep breaths. Okay, elbow to that front knee as we come into side lunge, Parsvakonasana. Arm comes alongside the head if you can, if it's comfortable, otherwise rest it. You gaze up to the ceiling if you can turn your head to look under your arm. Okay, coming up, Warrior 2. Drop the back hand to your back thigh. Raise the left arm, palm faces you. Sun Warrior. From here, Warrior 2, back, your arms are now level again. And then we're going to rotate that right hip forwards into Warrior 1. Okay, so your arms are parallel, you're looking up through the hands. Okay, from here you could come into that balance, but I'm not going to make you. Come back into Warrior 2. Forward facing feet. Clasp your elbows. So facing the mirror. Deep breath in. Exhale, come forwards. Again, bend your knees if you need to. Oh, I can feel that in my lower back today. It's interesting what these little sequences do that we're fairly familiar with, but how they feel on the day. Okay, drop the hands to the mat. You can walk your feet in. Gently roll up. Okay. And then you can lie down. Have a moment. So it's nice to compare how the sun salutation felt and the after effects of that, and then how that little sequence of warriors and triangle pose felt as well. Notice if you feel any different sensation through your various chakras. Warrior poses are very linked with our root energy, very grounding, very earthy. Also the movement with the triangle pose is very centered on our solar plexus as well, our area of self-worth and confidence, this action center. Take some deep breaths, just allowing your nervous system to settle, to become aware of your body, where you might feel coolness or tingling, the prana, the chi moving. Okay, bring the right knee in, then the left knee, and just have a little rock. So, I know some of you can't come onto your hands and wrists are a bit of an issue. So, I'd like us to come into an elbow plank. Okay, so come up, roll over. You can just gently come onto your knees just to support coming into the posture. I like to just clasp my hands. Your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. And we're going to turn the toes under and lift up into an elbow plank. Now, if you need to just rest your knees on the mat, that's absolutely fine. It makes it a little bit easier and more supportive on the lower back.
All right. If you find yourself looking like this, that's not quite right. The bottom's too lifted. You want to bring your body into a nice long line. Okay, this is really testing the whole front of your body. Okay, lower down, make a pillow with your hands and have a little rest. Very, very strengthening through the whole front of your body. Notice where you feel that in the body. Who likes that pose? You don't mind it. I was thinking most of you wouldn't. It's not a pose you want to hold too long, but it is very strengthening for your body. Okay. For those of you that want to do it again, I invite you. For those of you that don't want to do it again, don't. And I will also give you the option, if you wish, and you have the arms and the wrists are okay, you can come into a full plank. You can see here I'm not like this. I'm not almost in down dog. My body is like a wedge shape. Okay, if not, you can come into this and drop your knees down, or drop the knees down onto the elbows, or gently coming up. So I'm going to give you a few variations of what you'd like to do. Okay. Don't hold your breath. I can tell you all are grinning and bearing it. Okay, come down, make a pillow. I have to stick in a few challenging ones for you, see. Yes. It can't all be cat-cow and... Notice your breath after that. Your heart rate a little bit raised, perhaps. But you know me, we do a lot of rest in between. Have a nice sigh. And then from here, we're in that lovely position where we can come into crocodile. So lift up a little bit, bring your elbows way in front of your shoulders. So they're not underneath the shoulder, they're in front of you. So if you wanted to, you could rest your forehead down on your forearms. This is a nice, gentle back bend if you do suffer with lumbar. You can still feel most of your belly and the base ribs on the mat. Who likes this pose? Yeah. It's one of my favourites, actually. If I've got a sore lower back, it's very comfortable. And you can come closer to the body. This does create more of a curve into the lumbar. But if you really want to come even further down, then you can. You can still just adjust it to however you feel. Okay, just make a pillow, drop your cheek to the side. And even just that little rest, you can feel a nice relief in your body. Take some deep belly breaths. Feel it all open up into the lower back. Turn the head to the other side if you wish, if you've had your head one way for too long. Okay, so lifting up, that's all we'll do today on that. For those of you that can come back onto your knees, just fold back into either a child's pose or almost a puppy pose if you want to. You can, can't you? Yeah, it's nice to counterpose the curve to your spine in a gentle way. So whatever way, whether you're on your knees and bottom is up or whether you've folded back to child's. This feels good. You can give your hips a little shake if that feels nice to wiggle into the back. And then we'll come up. Bring the head up first, then walk the hands to your body. turn over, lie down for a moment. I'd like you to just feel your spine and the whole back after that little movement. We're going to do a few more moves, but I want you to start thinking about your favourite pose. So at the end, I will give you yogi's choice of how if I said to you now, just move into a position that you know your body really loves. Just have a think about what that would be. And I know some of you have favourites or know that a certain pose relieves something in your body. So just have that in the back of your mind for a moment. It's nice to just talk to your inner self to understand what you need rather than just following the teacher who, guides you through various poses, but you know best. It's your body. So we'll draw the knees in, coming up to a seated in a moment. Have a rock first. And then roll up to seated. Extend your legs out in front of you. We'll do a seated spinal twist. Okay, so sit bones all nice and connected. Bending your right knee. Pop it.
Can I use that?
Yes, yeah, if you need to, yeah. Use whatever props you've got around you if ever you need them. You know how your body feels. So bring your right foot over your left knee. Lovely tall spine. Left arm extends and hugs round the front. Right arm extends and swings round to the back. Keep a nice length to your spine. Deep breath in, lift your body. As you exhale, you can explore just millimeters of moving into your twist. If you flex your front foot, your left foot, you'll just feel a bit more engaged into this posture. If it feels uncomfortable, don't. Notice where you feel this twist. Which muscles in your back fire up? Does it feel quite nice in the upper back to stretch out? Okay, take a breath. Let's come back round to the front. Just uncross your legs. For a moment, lean back into your hands or just sit for a moment and wiggle. Just give your spine that moment to settle. You can bring the head to the chin to the chest if that feels nice as well. And then we'll sit up and do the other side. So left foot over the right knee, again using all the props that you need to if you need to elevate through the hips. Right arm to the front, left arm behind. Lovely tall length to your spine before you twist. Gazing over your left shoulder, flexing that front foot if you can. And just feeling perhaps the belly breathing against your thigh, the openness in your rib cage. Notice if your legs and thighs are tight and tense, and just see if you can relax a little bit there. Okay, one more breath. Come back to the front. Lie down. Not everybody does, but after most twists, I would always suggest or insist on having just a few breaths to let the spine realign. Notice how it feels. Okay, I gave you the heads up of which posture you might like to come into, yogi's choice. Think about, do you need to fold forward with your body in some way? Stretch through the back. Do you need to stretch through the front and come into more of a flexion with your back like we did with the
crocodile pose? Do you enjoy a side stretch to the body like banana? Or elevating the legs in legs up the wall pose or waterfall? Do you feel like you want to crawl into a ball into child's pose? Or have a gentle movement with cat-cow? Perhaps you'd like to revisit a standing posture. So now just choosing what you would like to do. Use the props around you, the blanket. I'm going to come into the bench pose, which I think we've done before, where I lie back over a little cushion. You can come into butterfly if you like, using the bolster. So I always like to see what you choose. Everyone's a little bit different. Your body knows sort of what it needs often. It's been just allowing yourself to get into it. If you want to change position at any time, to counter pose or move into something that actually feels more suitable today, please do it. Think about why you've chosen your pose. Is it because it's a physical feeling and a benefit, or does it create a different emotion in you? Does it target a certain heart, a chakra, where you're opening at the heart, or maybe closing around the heart? It's always interesting to know how our body responds to our thoughts and feelings. So whichever pose you've chosen, just enjoying some conscious breaths. I'd like to take 10 breaths together. Let's all together, and every breath will be different in length, but let's consciously, for the next 10 breaths, follow the inhale and the exhale. Close your eyes, feel the coolness on the inhale round the nose and the warmth on the exhale. Relax your body. Just feel that lovely coolness all around the entrance of your nostrils and the warmth as you exhale. Relax your forehead and your eyes. Stay with the breath. And after your 10 breaths, start to come out of your posture very slowly and find yourself into Shavasana just for a few moments. Just absorb what your body wants to reflect back to you. Tune into how that pose benefited you in more than just a physical way. It's nice when you come to your practice to notice if you've sort of shed an emotion that's been bothering you for a while or that comes back throughout your day-to-day life. Whether it gets put aside for an hour and a quarter. And then gently just coming into the position, if you're not already in it, where you can relax. Pull over blankets. Pop on your socks or warm clothes. Use the bolsters, use all the props around you in whatever way you want to. It's nice to support your knees. If you raise the knees, then your lumbar spine just sort of flattens and gets a bit more comfortable into the mat. If you need something behind your head or your neck, so you have about 15 minutes now, which is a lovely amount of time to just relax. Don't think about the time. Just know that you can let go immediately. Try to stay awake, conscious of the rest, conscious of relaxing and being supported by the mat. If you can remain aware enough to observe your thoughts and be curious about how your mind works, how thoughts do jump from thread to thread, how maybe they move into the future or the present, or they drift into the past, memories. So relax now your toes, the tops and soles of your feet, your heels and ankles, softening around your shins and the calf muscles. Noticing with a little bit of love your knees, relaxing your thighs, the tops and backs of the thighs. Softening through your buttocks and pelvis. And again, giving a little bit of love to your hips. Relax your abdominal muscles, the sides of your waist. And just think of the whole digestive system as relaxed and calm. Relax your chest, heart, lungs, rib cage. You trust your diaphragm is just moving up and down, breathing. Softening your shoulders and arms all the way down to your fingertips. Relaxing around the neck and throat. And then softening all the muscles in your face around the chin and jaw. The lips, your cheeks, relaxing the muscles around your eyes and your forehead. Even the hair and scalp, just relaxing. As you lie here, some of us have areas of the body which give us a little bit of aches, pains, a little bit of jip. I would like you to imagine a beautiful golden silver orb of light in front of you, coming towards you, getting bigger. And out of this orb of light, this divine light, it opens up and reveals a beautiful angel in front of you. It may be feminine, it may be masculine, it may be neither. But as you see this beautiful face, smiling, just emanating unconditional love, big wings, gold, silver, there might be colours, and there's a glow of light, angelic light around this divine being. Maybe they tell you their name, thought to thought. You can ask, does a name just pop into your mind? Do you already know the name? Is there an innate wisdom of connection here? And as you rest and you lie here, I'd like you to ask healing of this angelic being, for them to place their hands over the parts of your body, the many parts of the body even, that need balance. So lie here, allow in your mind's eye the beautiful gold, silver and white light to come from the hands of this angel. Let them rest on your knees, your hips, your hands, shoulders, belly. And know that as the hands rest, healing will distribute through all the channels in your body, wherever it needs to go. And so it is. Allow, welcome this healing. Let that angel take all of your worries and concerns and fears away. Just feel them all drift away from you. Start to feel the love, the joy, the bliss that emanates and just surrounds you and lifts your own energy. So just sitting with this image and allowing the healing. very gently. Without moving, you can just bring your awareness back to your body. Just take a few breaths into the body. Notice if you're comfortable, whether you're a bit reluctant to come back into your day. Have a few moments to feel physically if anything feels a bit better, a bit more refreshed. So just starting to wiggle fingers and toes. And then maybe take the arms overhead and have a nice full body stretch. And you can bring the knees in for a nice hug and a rock. And then when you're ready, you can just roll up to seated and we will chant our 3 Oms together. Wake you up a little bit with our Oms. So come into a comfortable seated position. Chin mudra with your hands. Let your eyelids close. Root down through your tailbone into Mother Earth, those big tree roots. And then we'll take a lovely deep breath in together. Rubbing your palms. Some days your Oms will be really long and strong. Other days they'll be weak and wobbly and crackly. It's always lovely bringing the palms to your eyes. It's always lovely to notice how your Oms are at the end of your practice. Part your fingers, bring the hands down to the heart center, and then Om Shanti. Namaste.